Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bigfork Vikings football here. Friday night, we're here in Anaconda, Montana, as the Vikings get ready to take on the Anaconda Copperheads. The Vikings on the year 5-2, and they'll face the Copperheads 1-4 on their season. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows from Anaconda, Montana. Cloudy skies and a little bit of rain. The lights are on already for tonight's ball game as the Vikings 5-2 on the season after that big win over Class A Polson last week down in Polson with 664 yards rushing. I think that is third or second all-time in the state of Montana. And they'll look to continue that tonight, running the ball. A little slippery field tonight with the rain coming down. And I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Vikings, head coach Jim Benn, before the game, and this is what he had to say looking forward to tonight's ball game against Anaconda.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Viking football here Friday night. We're in Anaconda, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and Vows, and pregame with head coach Jim Benn of the Vikings. Welcome to the show, Coach.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, good. So, nice drive down. I noticed the nice luxury bus.
Yeah, we picked up a charter, and it is very comfy.
You know, if you'd have told me, I would have rode with you guys.
Oh, there you go.
Anyway, let's talk about football. And you guys had a heck of a game last week, taking on Class A Polson. At the last minute, you guys were able to put that together on Thursday and play them Friday night in a heck of a ball game down in Polson for their homecoming. Talk about what you learned coming out of that game that you can apply going forward for the rest of the season with 2 games left in the conference and 2 games of the regular season.
We're still working on some things in coverage, and I think that was a great test. I mean, the Wilson kids had 4 400-yard games, and so, we knew that we were going to get tested that way, and I felt like our kids improved over the course of the game that way, and I think it's just a good shot in the arm confidence boost. You're playing a bigger school that, you're not supposed to win those ones, and it was good for our kids, and I just see a little bounce in their step, and they're excited for this one.
Yeah, I think they were a little bit down after I thought they should have, beaten Lewistown. They had the lead, and the turnover late gave them a chance to tie it up and then go into overtime. So, yeah, playing another Class A school, stepping up, really would build the confidence of your kids. But, even though Polson threw the ball very well, and that kid, yeah, like you said, Wilson's very talented, you guys ran the ball so well.
Yeah, I kind of knew going into the game that it could become that kind of game, because of the way that they have no ability they are a stop-the-clock team, and so it makes the game longer and it provides more opportunities, and, we kind of had a feeling that it would be like that.
So how do you use that going in? You have 2 conference games left, and, Anaconda is down. I mean, a lot of kids out, but not as talented as your team or Eureka or Florence. How do you keep your kids from looking past tonight's game forward to looking to play Eureka next week?
We don't know if there's a next week. You never do. So we just have to go play tonight, and they've done a really good job of embracing that all year long, and that's kind of where we're at. We're here Friday night. We're on game 8, and that's all that matters.
Who would have thunk at the beginning of the year with 2 games canceled, really, the Deer Lodge is a forfeit. You don't really physically get to play, but you're at 8 games and actually 9. You'll play 8 physical games by the end of the season, so a full schedule this year.
Yeah, and there's teams that have half that, and so we feel pretty good about where we're at right now, and we're finally kind of getting back to that realm of being healthy, and we're looking to kind of roll into next week and hope that we can keep it going.
Well, that's a great attitude. Not looking past this team, but taking care of business tonight, and that'll set up a battle next week for second place, which is key, because the 2 seed will host the 3 out of the north, and the 3 seed will have to travel to the north in the first round of the playoffs. So a really key matchup coming up next week. I don't want to get into next week's game, but take care of business tonight. Then it's a battle against Eureka for second place.
Yep, let's get this one out, and then we can move on and worry about next week.
I agree. That's a good approach, Coach. Well, I'm looking forward to tonight's game. Maybe an opportunity for some of the younger kids to get to play a little bit more as the game goes, but we'll see how that goes. And everybody back now?
Pretty close. George Buckland's still out quite a ways. Fletcher is now cleared. I won't play tonight, but he'll be available next week. So
that'll be good to have your big offensive lineman on the line going into next week. And I understand not playing them this week, so that's good. Almost have a full team for the last game of the season and then heading into the playoffs. That looks good for the Viking football team.
Yeah, we're real excited. Just keep it moving and get to that point.
Well, I got to say, Coach, your first year, and you've been doing just a phenomenal job with these kids, getting them motivated and getting them going and playing. It's been fun every Friday night watching you guys get after it and play, and even picking up and playing some of those A teams and doing a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. Been a wild year, to say the least.
Yes, it has. And I look forward to tonight's ball game again. The Vikings taking on the Copperheads here in Anaconda. And once again, thank you, Coach, for joining me on the pregame show as always. Look forward to you. Take care of business. Come up and visit me. We'll get you on the postgame. We need to get those linemen, postgame sometime or on an interview because they're doing a phenomenal job up front.
They just got interviewed by the Daily Interlake. It'll be the Bigfork Eagle, and there'll be a really nice article coming out next week. I'm really happy for those guys. They deserve it. They've done an amazing job. So I'll send them up tonight.
Yeah, you get a W tonight. You come up, Coach, talk about it, and then I'll get the open mic, and then we'll talk to the linemen and the great job that they've been doing all year long, Coach.
Sounds good. Be wary. They will talk your ear off. They're a chatty bunch.
That's all right, Coach. Hey, good luck tonight, and go Vikes.
All right, thank you. Have a great night.
All right, that was head coach Jim Ben on the pregame show talking about tonight's game and then the season and his lineman. Pregame brought to you by Gilliard Painting, winner of the 2020 Best of the Flathead as the #1 best painting contractor. Interior and exterior painting and staining. Pressure washing, parking lot striping, property caretaking. Chip Gilliard at 1080 Swan Horseshoe Drive in Bigfork, 210-7794 or chipgilliard@yahoo.com. You see Chip and Rebecca out there, tell them thank you for sponsoring Vikings football all season long. I know their son Bryce plays and Logan plays over at Carroll College after playing for Bigfork for 4 years. So give them a big thank you for sponsoring Viking football. That makes these possible here on Friday nights. They're getting ready to do the anthem, I think, and then the coin toss and introductions here in Anaconda. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vowels here from Anaconda, Montana, here on Friday Night Lights, Bigfork Viking football. It is about 5 minutes till kickoff. 406-270-7384. Text, let me know that you're hearing me out there. I know it shows that we're live, and that's good to hear after the issues we had last week in Polson for the first quarter and a half. I think we got them resolved thanks to Jeremy Taylor, the IT guy. And I'll be back with your starting lineups here from Anaconda as the Vikings take on the Copperheads on Friday Night Lights here. All right, welcome back. They did the national anthem, and here they're going to do the starting lineups as the flag leaving the field. And we'll get ready for the lineups, then the coin toss, and then we'll get underway here in Anaconda, Montana. And the starting lineups brought to you by the UPS store. For all your printing and shipping needs, 439 Grand Avenue in Bigfork, Montana, 837-2002. And the starting lineup, first of all, the starting offense for the Anaconda Copperheads. And on the offensive line, a 260-pound, 6'1 senior, number 72, Jace Coughlin. Number 77 is a 5'11", 230-pound senior. On the O-line, Sean Kelliger. Also on the O-line, 265-pound, 6'2" senior, Ryan Hoyland. One of the running back is a senior at 175 pounds, 5'10", number 5, Pat Galley. 6'2", 200-pound senior, the tight end, Brady Michelatis. 6'3", a senior, 195-pound wide receiver, Braden Sawyer. At wide receiver, also 6 foot, 175-pound senior, Tegan Robbins. On the offensive line, two more guys. We have a 260-pound, 6'4" senior, number 78, Andy Savoy. At 6 foot even, 240-pound junior on the offensive line, Rowdy Swainston. At wide receiver, 5'11", 165-pound sophomore, number 10, Tommy Sawyer. And the quarterback for the Copperheads is a freshman at 5'9", 155 pounds. That's Corey Galley. Head coach Riley Shell. Assisted by Kane Coben, Eric Boyd, Joy Joyce. And volunteer coach Travis McGaw and Pat Gallagher. So for the Vikings, their starting lineup, the starting defense, as coach has pretty much done all year. We'll go in numerical order. 5'9", 160-pound junior defensive back, number 2. Playing safety tonight is Patrick Wallen. At linebacker, 205-pound, 5'10", junior, number 3, Levi Taylor. Also at safety is a 5'8", 140-pound senior, number 4, Walker Fisher. Defensive tackle, 6'3", 195-pound sophomore, number 6, Nick Walker. Linebacker, 6'1", 190-pound senior, number 7, Cormac Ben. At defensive back, 6'2", 170-pound sophomore, number 9, Isaac Epperly. At linebacker, a 6'3", 175-pound sophomore, number 10, Bryce Gilliard. Defensive backman, number 21, 5'11", 165-pound junior, Jackson Abney. Also at linebacker, a 5'7", 150-pound junior, number 30, Wyatt Hurd. At defensive end, it'll be Isaac Bjorgi. He's back, number 42, 6'1", 210-pound senior. And finally, rounding out the group at nose guard, a 5'10", 210-pound, senior, number 60, Luke Benson for head coach Jim Bent. Assisted by Connor Coleman, Tristan Clark, Ed Buttry, Eric Thornus, and John Hollow. The managers, Avery Wender and Liz Hyde for the Vikings tonight. And they're wrapping up the starting lineups, again brought to you by the UPS store in Bigfork. Hey, tell Brad Stodgehill and the folks at UPS store, again, thanks for sponsoring Bigfork Vikings football. We really appreciate that. Going forward, as the Vikings have already qualified for the postseason, so they got 2 conference games left. They got this one tonight against Anaconda, and then they take on Eureka next Friday night, and we'll have that game as well on BFST Events here on YouTube, so you can catch it all. And we'll get ready for the coin toss. And the coin toss brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. What's keeping you from getting fit? Discounted guest passes, personal training, Pilates, a lot more. 850 Holt Drive in Bigfork, 837-2582. Montana Athletic Club. The captains will come out and do the coin toss and see who gets the ball first. So it looks like Cormac Ben out there for the coin toss. And trying to see Anaconda's number on the other side. And they're right at midfield. Up in the booth here with Eric Thornus back. Coach Thornus back this week. Good to have him back. I know he was listening last week because he was texting me. So it gave me some good insight on the Osborne kid who was kicking off. And we'll see who's kicking tonight. Coin toss on the way. And it looks like Anaconda has won the toss. He's asking them what they want to do. Won the toss, and they will receive the first half kickoff. That means the Bigfork will get the ball in the second half. So the toss won there by number 70, Ryan Hoyland for Anaconda. And the Vikings will receive the football, or kickoff, to Anaconda. Vikings will head left to right on the dial, and Anaconda right to left here in Anaconda, Montana. It's the Vikings getting ready to take on the Anaconda Copperheads here in conference play for the Western B.
So what are you starting with, Ed? Odd.
It looks like back deep. 27-1. Tegan Robbins, number 27. And number 1, Nathan Blodnick back to receive deep for Anaconda. And we'll see who kicks off the Vikes from their own 40. And coming out, it'll be number 81, Colin Wade.
Number 81, Colin Wade, kicking off for the Vikings.
And must have had a good practice this week. Kicking off for Bigfork, and we're about ready to get underway. Kickoff brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. And the kick from the 40 kicks it deep all the way down inside the 15, about the 13, and brought right back up the middle. He's breaking out, tripped up there by the kicker, and a nice return by Nathan Blodnick. And the kicker, Wade, trips him up at about the 45-yard line of Anaconda, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Copperheads at their own 45. So he picked it up about the 13 and brought it all the way up to the 45, and that's where the Copperheads will start this ball game. Freshman quarterback Corey Galley for the Copperheads. He'll line up in the shotgun and backs on either side. Twins out to the right side. Receivers here on first down. Snap. Looks. A little bit of a broken play, it looked like, and sack for a loss as Epperly comes in. Ben kind of broke up the play. Looks like Galley looked one way and the running backs went another way, and he finally tosses it out there to number 27, Tegan Robbins. And Robbins loses about 3 on the play, and 2nd and 13 for Anaconda. And they'll come out once again in the shotgun. And they'll go twins on the right side, single receiver on the left, and a single setback behind the quarterback, Galley. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right side, looking to throw it deep. Rolling. Finally throws it underneath and dropped. They're in and out of the hands of number 17, Brady Michelatis, and incomplete. And that'll bring up a third down, 3rd and 13 for Anaconda.
That'll bring up 3rd and 13 for the Copperheads.
Michelatis had it right in his hands, but defense right there, and he drops it as he turns upfield, and incomplete for the Copperheads. So 3rd and 13 for Anaconda, and Golly will go in shotgun. Twins out to the right, a single receiver out to the left is Sawyer, and I formation. They'll send him in tight end in motion over to the right side. Now trips on the right side, fakes the handoff to Golly, looking deep, looking to There's nothing open there underneath, so he has to throw it out of bounds. Pressure put on there. I believe that's Nick Walker running Galley out of bounds, and Galley just throws it away. Incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and 4th and 13. And Epperly along with Hurd will go back deep inside the 30 of Bigfork and try to see who's kicking there for Anaconda. Can't quite tell that turn.
Boyd DeWitt back to kick for the Copperheads.
Boyd DeWitt, I'm told, a low line drive kick, and Bigfork has to get away from it. Covered up by Anaconda at about the 36-yard line, and looked like number 14, Corey Galley, covers it up. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes at their own 36-yard line here. Just getting started, 10:50 to go here in the first quarter. And the Vikings' first possession as Anaconda won the coin toss and elected to receive. And the Vikings will go on offense. Wallen under center. Single setback. Wings on either side. Levi Taylor. Wallen rolls out to the right, throws it up, completes it out to Taylor. Taylor up the right side, out near the 50, crosses the 50 at the 49 of Anaconda.
Gain of about 15 on the play. Tackle made by number 7, Kyler DeWitt. Will bring up the 1st down for the Vikings.
15 yards on the play and a 1st down for the Vikes in Copperhead territory at the 49. Ferrier will go in. Right wing. Shotgun under center. Shotgun or I formation. Pitches it out to Ben. Ben left side. Going to break it at the outside. He's at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He's going to go all the way 5, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Ben, no flags on the play. Up the right side.
Knocked out of bounds.
And they say he went out of bounds on the far side at about the 15. Enough for a 1st down. I thought he rolled it up all the way, but I can't see over there from up in the booth, and out of bounds right about the 15 and 1st and 10 for the Vikes.
It's there. Yeah. Nice kick.
Handoff to Ben. Takes it down around the 10.
70, Rian Hoyland. Number 5, Pat Galley.
And they're going to mark it at the 11-yard line,
Gain of 2 on the play.
I believe. And 2nd and 8 for the Vikes. I formation, tossed out, and brought down is Ben.
By number 5, Pat Galley.
Pat Galley on the tackle of Ben. As he couldn't get something going up the right side, it'll bring up 3rd down, and he'll lose 2 back to the 14. And 3rd down and 10 from the original line of scrimmage. So I formation. Wallen will go under center. Taylor followed by Ben. Walker out to the left side. And they'll have to Ben blocking up front.
Another great play by the Copperhead defense. Number 17, Brady Michelatis.
Michelatis and also 72 in on the tackle, Coughlin. And be lost maybe half a yard. 4th and a long 10 for Bigfork, and they'll go for it here. They'll put Walker out to the right side. Over the slot is Ferrier. I formation. Wallen under center for the Vikes. Going to toss it out to Ben. Ben's going to run. Lead blocking by Taylor. And Ben can't quite get to the outside and stops him.
Stops him on 4th down.
17 on the play. Michelatis in on the stop
Brady Michelatis.
for the Copperheads, and turnover on downs. And it'll be about the 13-yard line of Anaconda, and a 1st and 10 for the Copperheads. .641 to go. Maybe that's 8:41 to go, I believe. And 1st and 10 for Anaconda. Shotgun formation, puts a receiver in motion, hands off, and caught in the backfield. is the running back.
Keegan Robbins, the ball carrier.
Robbins on the carry, brought down there
1 on the play.
by Bryce Gilliard, who gets in the backfield from his linebacker spot to make the tackle, and a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 for Anaconda. And they're back at about the 12-yard line. And Golly will go in shotgun formation. 2 receivers, twins out to the right. Motion. Fly sweep, going to hand it off. Around the corner. Brought up down by
Pat Galley, the ball carrier.
Epperly and Bjorgi to help as Pat Golly brings it out near the 20, and they'll spot it right about the 20-yard line.
Gain of about 7 on the play.
It'll bring 3rd down and 4
Looks like 3rd and 4 for the Copperheads.
for Anaconda at their 20. They need to get to the 24. They'll go twins. 2 receivers out to the right and 2 receivers out to the left. That's doubles in a formation, and shotgun formation for Golly in motion. And the flag flies, and usually that means illegal motion on the offense. We'll check that momentarily here. And that is the call. Illegal motion, that'll cost them 5. Push them back to the 15, and it'll bring up 3rd and 9 for Anaconda.
They'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Heads.
Single receiver out to the right. Twins out to the left. Shotgun formation is Golly. 1 running back right behind him. Looks, hands off, rolls, faking, looking to throw deep. Covered. And great coverage there by Abney as trying to get it out to Sawyer. But Abney, really good coverage on that play. Learned a lot last week playing against Polson in the passing game and coverage, and did a great job. And that'll send Epperly and Wyatt Hurd back deep to receive. And Anaconda to punt. Nearly blocked by Bigfork. Rolls away. Everybody gets out of the way. And it'll be touchdown at the 39-yard line of Anaconda by number 10, Tommy Sawyer. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes at the Copperhead 39-yard line here in quarter number 1. And Wallen will go under center. Hurd on one side. Levi Taylor in motion. Fly sweep. Taylor going left side. He's going to reg it out 40 up to down to about the 30-yard line. Maybe short about the 31. Let's see where they spot that.
Keegan Robbins and Nathan Blodnick.
They'll spot it at the 31-yard line. And he picks up 8 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Vikes. They'll quickly go. Wallen in the center. Ben. The single setback. Motion this time goes Hurd. Fly sweep. Hurd going to run to the outside with the speed. Gets out near the 20-yard line and knocked out of bounds.
Hurd's the ball carrier.
In on the tackle, number 1, was Nathan Blodnick, knocking Wyatt Hurd out of bounds at the 20. And that'll be enough for a Bigfork Viking 1st down. And the Vikings will go quick. Wallen under center. Ben, single setback. Taylor and Hurd on either wing. Hurd goes in motion. Fly sweep again. Here goes Hurd with that speed. Takes it inside the 20, down to the 15, maybe the 14-yard line. And they'll spot it, at the 13.
Gain of about 5 on the play. I'll bring up 2nd and, looks like gain of
He's going to put
6.5.
6, and we'll call it 2nd and 4. Wallen will go quickly under center. Ben, single setback. Motion goes Taylor. Gives it to Taylor. Taylor left side this time. Running the outside. Bounces off a few tackles. And he's running inside the 10. Down near the 5-yard line as Taylor keeps his feet moving. And the offensive line is blocking And they'll spot it at the 6.
And third.
And it'll be first and goal for the Vikings at the Anaconda Copperhead 6-yard line. And Wallen quickly goes under center. Ben, single setback. Hurd and Taylor on either wing. Motion goes Taylor. Hands it off to Taylor. Taylor going to the outside. Trying to get there. Gets down near the 2.
Taylor tackled the line of scrimmage by Pat Galley, Tegan Robbins. No gain on the play, maybe a loss of 1.
Okay, he's at the 2-yard line and second and goal from the 2 for the Vikes. Quickly, Ben, full head of steam, going to cross the goal line for a touchdown. This time, Ben in from 2 yards out on the toss. And Bigfork scores as Cormac Ben from 2 yards out. So Vikings lining up. Single receiver out to the left. Levi Taylor, the snapper. Ben right behind him, and behind him is the quarterback. Wallen looks. Ben's going to run it all the way to the outside. Runs over a guy into the end zone for a 2-point conversion as the whole offensive line was out to the right side, and they must have seen some key to run that play. So the Vikings are up 8-0 with 4:53 to go here in quarter number 1. And we'll be back with a kickoff here from Anaconda, Montana on the Viking Football Network here on Friday Night Lights. BFSD events here on YouTube. Well, 8-0. The Vikings lead on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard here from Anaconda early. 4:53 to go here in the first quarter, and the Vikings will kick off.
Tegan Robbins, Nathan Blotnick back deep for the Copperheads.
Robbins back deep. Kicking off again is 81 for Bigfork. That's Colin Wade for the Vikings. And Robbins back. This time going to kick it all the way through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And a nice kick there by Wade right through the end zone. A low line drive, if you will.
And a touchback.
And a touchback. It'll be Anaconda Copperhead ball. Man, say that 3 times fast. At the 20-yard line.
Take over at the 20-yard line.
Here in quarter number 1. So the Copperheads will come out. They'll put twin receivers out to the left side, left side, single receiver on the right side. I formation, or shotgun formation, single setback, hands off early, and right there to meet him in the backfield
Pat Galley, the ball carrier.
is Bjorgi.
In the backfield.
Good to have Isaac back. Drops him for a loss.
Loss of 2 on the play.
As a handoff is to
That'll bring up second
Golly,
and 12 for
and
the
he'll lose a couple. Second down and 12 from the 18-yard line. Copperhead, same formation. This time they'll go single receiver right, twins out to the left. Motion. One of the receivers looking. Can throw that screen and picked off by Ben. And the flag flew early. Oh, it's going to wave off that pickoff, but Ben read that screen to number 10, Tommy Sawyer,
procedure.
and legal procedure. And the lights just flashed. I think we might have lost a bank of lights here. So it looks a little dim on the one end of the field.
16 for the Copperheads.
And they'll lose 5, second and 17 for Anaconda. Trips out to the right, 2 receivers out to the left. Quarterback in shotgun by himself is Golly, the freshman for Anaconda. Looking to throw it out. Ben did a nice job reading it. Tried to pick it off this time, but pass is complete. Brought down by Fisher is number 12, Braden Sawyer, on the reception.
On the play.
And it looks like he picked up a couple. We'll call it 3rd and 15.
For the Copperheads.
Right at the 15-yard line. And they need to get to the 30. They'll send 2 receivers out to the right side. Make that trips out to the right. 2 receivers out to the left. Quarterback by himself in the shotgun. Motion. Goes Sawyer. Goes deep. Looking to throw that screen out to Sawyer. And right there, Bigfork in the backfield read that.
Braden Sawyer.
And Levi Taylor comes up to make the tackle on Sawyer. No gain.
I'll bring up
And right at the 15 and 4th down. Epperly and Wyatt Hurd back deep to receive at about the 50-yard line. Punts it out. Caught right there by Epperly, immediately met at about the 46-yard line.
Corey
Galley on the tackle. Or check that. I see 27. Tegan Robbins right there
on the play.
as Epperly catches it and tackled immediately. And they'll spot it at the 44-yard line of Anaconda. So 1st and 10 in Anaconda territory are the Vikings. And they'll come out. Epperly in at quarterback. I formation. Walker, Fisher out to gives it off to Ben. Ben right side takes it across the 40. And down near the 39. They'll spot it right at the 40. Picks up 4. 2nd down and 6 for the Vikes. Fisher goes out to the left. I formation. Epperly in at quarterback. On the right wing is Ferrier. Looks, hands it off. This time to Taylor. Taylor right up the middle. And Anaconda hitting hard. Takes it inside the 40 down to about the 37. So picks up another 3 yards. Sawyer in on the tackle. And 3rd down and 3 or 4 for Bigfork. Epperly under center. I formation. Taylor followed by Ben. And they'll hand it off to Ben. Ben looking for a hole, looking to break it outside. Takes it across 30, inside 30 to 25, 20, and then run out of bounds there by Robbins. And Ben gets it inside the 20. They'll spot it about the 17-yard line. And a 1st down for the Vikes at the 17-yard line of Anaconda. And they'll remain in I formation. Epperly under center, looking, hands it off to Taylor. Taylor met right there by a big number, 70. Ryan Hoyland. Check that, Rian Hoyland, and pushes him back along with 77. Sean Kelliger for Anaconda. And no gain on the play, so 2nd and 10. They'll go in I formation. Epperly under center. Fisher, wide receiver out to the left. Tosses it. Ben cuts it back inside. Ben breaks a few tackles, takes it inside the 15, down to about the 14 or 13. We'll see where they spot it. And they're going to spot it about the 13-yard line. It looks like 3rd and about 6 or 7 for Bigfork. I formation. Epperly under center. This time gives it off. Right up the middle goes Ben. He takes it down near the 10. Number 70 in on it. Hoyland. And be about 3 yards short. It'll be up 4th and 3 for the Vikes. Epperly getting the play call from the sideline. I formation. Fisher out to the left. And that's the end of the first quarter. And first quarter brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. For all your grocery needs, including Amazing Bakery Deli, 8111 Highway 35 in Bigfork, Montana, 837-5010. Marcus Bagos and Kelly Bagos and the gang at Bigfork Harvest Food. Thank them for sponsoring Bigfork Vikings football as the Vikings lead after one quarter, 8-0 on the Harvest Food scoreboard. We'll be back with quarter number 2 here from Anaconda, Montana, as the Vikings lead the Anaconda Copperheads 8-0. All right, welcome back to Anaconda. Yeah, the Vikings have fourth down.
Here, Copperhead fans.
4th and 3. I believe about the 11-yard line. Epperly will go under center. Fisher out to the left side. I formation. Taylor going to toss it to Ben. Ben right side. Going to cut to the outside. He's going to be dropped short of the first down.
Copperheads. Nathan Blodnick. Sean Kelliger. Brady Micheladas.
Nathan Blodnick in on the tackle for the Copperheads. Able to string it out and block it. Turnover on downs. Looks like at about the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11, from their own 11 for Anaconda. They'll go single receiver out to the left side, and 2 running backs next to the quarterback in shotgun formation is Golly. Looks, hands it off. Met in the backfield. Breaks a tackle.
Robbins, the ball carrier.
Robbins on the carry.
Gaining close to 10 on the play.
And Isaac Bjorgi in on the tackle for the Vikes. He'll pick up 9 in 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 for the Copperheads.
Right about the 25-yard line. Needs to get out to the 26. Or check that. The 20-yard line. Needs to get to the 21. Handoff. Outside. Flag flies. And Epperly brings down along with
Looks like enough for a first down, Copperheads.
Wyatt Hurd, the toss out to Galley, and a penalty marker. It'll be holding against the Copperheads, and that'll push him back 10 yards. Takes him back to about the 10-yard line, just outside the 10.
Okay.
And 2nd and a long 10.
2nd and 11 for the Copperheads.
Called 2nd down and 11 for Anaconda on that play.
Are you sending? Okay. Oh.
So Copperheads will go in shotgun formation, and twins out to the right side, single receiver out to the left. Shotgun formation is Golly with the running back right behind him.
No.
Comes a snap, hands it off right up the middle. Goes the running back, Pat Galley on the carry.
It's another flag.
And another flag on the far side.
Another penalty marker.
And we'll see what that is momentarily. Takes it out near the 14. A legal procedure called on the Copperheads.
Procedure called.
And that'll cost them 5 yards. It'll take them back to the 5-yard line. About the 5. And we'll call it 2nd down and 15 now. As the Copperheads have it at their own 5-yard line. 10:22 and counting here to go to halftime. And the Vikes up 8-0 on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Trips out to the right side. Shotgun formation is Golly. Single setback right behind him. Looking, fakes it, and he's sacked for a safety by Luke Benson. Luke Benson, the nose guard, gets right in, takes Golly down for the safety.
Benson.
And 2 points for the Vikings. Puts them up 10-0 now. And they'll get the kick from Anaconda on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. So Benson quickly in there from his nose guard spot, able to take Golly down for the 2 points and the safety here. With 10:03 to go here till halftime, and the Vikings up 10-0, and they'll receive the kick from Anaconda. We'll be back here with more of the second quarter from Anaconda, Montana. So Anaconda can kick from their own 20. They can either punt it or they can put it on a tee. We'll see who's going to kick here momentarily. And the Vikings will go back to receive. As looks like Ferrier, Abney, and Wyatt Hurd to receive it.
Looks like
Braden Sawyer punting for Anaconda. Wait for the whistle to blow. Punts it deep and over the head. Ferrier misjudged it, lets it roll all the way back. 5-yard line. Now he's trapped and has to rush out. If he catches it, and tackled there by Anaconda is Ferrier, as he misjudged the line drive and it went over his head and rolled all the way down about the 5-yard line. And rushes it out to 10. It'll be Viking football at their own 10-yard line.
Tommy Sawyer.
As Ferrier misjudged that one. And it'll put the Vikings deep in their own territory at their own 10. And 1st and 10. They'll go tight formation, I formation. Under center is Wallen for the Vikes. Hands it off. Gets it up to Ben. And Anaconda ready for him. Pat Galley in on the tackle for Anaconda.
Pat Galley, Andrew Warner.
And no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Bigfork. So Anaconda got some big boys up front, and our big boys are pounding against them. And neither team is going nowhere. Wallen under center. Shotgun formation, or I formation. Quickly hands off to Taylor. Taylor able to get a few yards.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
And he'll get it out near the 15. They'll spot it about, let's see what they give him on the far side.
Sean Calgary on the tackle.
They'll give him 1 on the play. And 3rd and 9 for the Vikings. Epperly, is in at quarterback still. I formation. Ball's on the turf.
Looks like Copperhead football.
On the snap, on the exchange, Epperly didn't quite get it, and it's on the ground, and Anaconda recovers at about the 14-yard line. And the Bigfork 14-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Copperheads at their own 14.
Their own 14-yard line.
Or excuse me, not their 14-yard, Bigfork's 14-yard line. So the defense is going to have to step up here. Shotgun formation is Galley. His brother right behind him. 2 receivers out to the right. Going to hand up to Pat Galley. Right there is Isaac Biori to meet Galley, along with Ben on the tackle. Tackles him for a loss. We'll call it 2nd down and 11 for Anaconda. With 8:32 and counting here till halftime. And the Vikes up 10-0. So 2nd and 11. They'll go twins out to the right side, single receiver, or left side, single receiver out to the right side, near side. Shotgun formation, Golly. Fakes the handoff right there. Nick Walker takes him from behind.
Galley sacked in the back.
And sacked there by Nick Walker, the defensive tackle for Bigfork, all the way back to the 21-yard line. And Anaconda will take a timeout. And Walker quickly in from that spot and takes it back inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 26-yard line. And that'll bring up third down at a country mile. I believe he's got to get down to about the 4-yard line. So that would be 3rd and 22 in my mathematics. And a timeout taken by Anaconda. With 8:03 to go here till halftime. Vikings give it up.
Outside the stadium fence, can you please make sure your headlights are turned off?
A lot of the fans out on the parking lot watching from their cars, but have their lights on, got to turn them off. The players can't see with the lights in their eyes, that's for sure. So that brings up third down, about 22 from the 26-yard line. And they'll go trips out to the field side, near side right here. Golly goes in shotgun formation. Single set back behind him, throws the screen, quickly looking to throw a double pass, and Ben read it. Ben read it, but couldn't quite get there as a pass back to Golly and falls incomplete. It was because Cormac Ben read that and nearly he tried to break it up and probably gave him problems on the vision of seeing the ball. So that'll bring up 4th down and 22. So Anaconda brings out the trick play, throws the lateral back over to Sawyer. Sawyer tries to throw it back across and falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So they'll put 2 receivers out to the right side, stacked, and 3 on the left side. In the backfield by himself is Golly, throws it quickly to Sawyer. Sawyer going to be taken out of bounds by Isaac Bjorgi. And right there as well is Wallen. But Bjorgi wraps him up and be short. And let's see where they spot it. They'll spot it right at the 20-yard line. So he picks up 6, but Bjorgi stops him 1st and 10 for the Vikes on their own 20. They'll come out, single setback with the wing backs. Either side is Taylor and Hurd. Ben Wallen, I believe, in at quarterback under center. And the flag flies. And illegal procedure called on Bigfork. That'll cost them 5. It'll be 1st and 15 then from their own 15-yard line on the near hash. So line up the same way. Wallen on the wing. Taylor on the other wing. Ben back deep. Wallen under center for the Vikes. Motion goes. Hurd out to the right side, breaks it up, and breaks back inside, brought down there.
Tackle made by Nathan Blodnick.
Number 1, Nathan Blodnick in on the tackle for Anaconda.
Gain of about 5 on the play. They'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Gets it back to the original line of scrimmage and brings up 2nd and 10 for the Vikes. Same formation. Wallen under center. Motion goes Taylor. This time Ben, as Taylor leads him. Ben's going to get out to the outside. Nice blocking by Bigfork. And Blodnick comes over there and stands him up, takes him out of bounds. And Ben will be out of bounds out to the 24-yard line. We'll call it 3rd and 7 for the Vikes. So 3rd and 7 from the 23. And Wallen under center. Ben deep. Snap. Fakes it. Wallen rolling to the right. He's got Levi Taylor on the right side. Completes the pass. And Taylor takes it across. Enough for a first down. Brought down there by number 7 for Anaconda. And that's Kyler DeWitt for the Copperheads. But not before the pass is complete from Wallen to Taylor. Across the 30 out to the 33-yard line, and 1st and 10 for Bigfork. Wallen under center. Motion goes Taylor. Gives it off to Taylor. Taylor trying to get out to the left side. Breaks it up. Breaks a few tackles out near the 35. Goes Levi Taylor as he continues to run hard. Robbins in on the tackle for Anaconda. Right at the 35. Picks up about 3. And we'll call it 2nd down and 7. Wallen will go under center. Taylor, right wing. Hurd, left wing. Motion goes Taylor. Hand it off to Ben. Ben, left side. That fumble picked up, nearly picked up by Anaconda. And recovered by the Copperheads.
Recovered by number 9, Wyatt Third.
Number 9, Wyatt Third recovers as Ben was trying to get up the left side and tackle right on the ball, pops it out.
Copperheads will have a first down.
And Blodnick tried to pick it up and run with it, but couldn't pick it up cleanly. So number 9, Third, jumped on it right at the 34-yard line of Bigfork, and 1st and 10 for the Copperheads with 5:43 to go here till halftime. The Copperheads will come out. Trips tight on the left side. Doubles on Twins, They toss it out. Flag flies. And 27 on the carry. Going to run all the way in, but I think it's going to come back. In for a touchdown is Tegan Robbins, but that's going to come back as the flag is on the far side. Illegal procedure.
Looks like an illegal procedure on the Copperheads.
They'll bring it all the way back and march it back 5 yards, and it'll bring up 1st and 15. Yeah, all I can say with they run the trips tight and Twins right on each side, they got to make sure there's enough guys on the line. Because if you have too many in the backfield, then it's procedurally wise, and that may be what's costing Anaconda here. So at about the 39-yard line, 1st and 15 for the Copperheads. And they'll run trips out to the far side, the wide side of the field, on the left side. And shotgun is Golly, his brother right behind him as the running back. Sawyer will go in motion, drops back, looking to throw the screen, throws it over the middle, and pass intended.
Pass falls incomplete, intended for number 11, Gabe Galley. I'll bring up 2nd and 15 for the Copperheads.
Looking for number 11 on my sheet. There he is, Gabe Galley, a sophomore. Falls incomplete on the screen. They faked it out to the wide side, threw it a middle screen, and threw it just a little bit long. And Bigfork had an opportunity to come up with that one, but it drops in 2nd and 15. Once again, trips out to the left side. Twins on the right side, single quarterback. In the shotgun is Golly.
Barrier needs to get out. Oh, there he is.
Golly looking, fakes, going to throw it over the middle, and pass in and out of the hands of number 7, Kyler DeWitt. Falls incomplete coverage there in between the corner and the safety. That's Abney along with Fisher, and dropped there by DeWitt. That'll bring up 3rd and 15. $5:20 to go. Vikings lead 10-0 here on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard.
Trips left.
They'll send out trips out to the left side. Quarterback in the backfield by himself. Twins out to the right. And Galley in the shotgun. Motion. Pressure put on, throws it deep, and right there, Abney on the coverage. Pass intended for DeWitt.
Pass intended for DeWitt.
Incomplete. And
Incomplete.
Jackson Abney right there.
I'll bring up
Looked back a little bit late. I think it caught DeWitt by surprise a little bit. That'll bring up 4th and 15 from just inside the 39. Wyatt Hurd and Isaac Epperly will go back inside their 10-yard line. And looks like number 12, Braden Sawyer, will punt for Anaconda. Trying to pin the Vikings deep here. Oh, off the side of his foot. And that barely went anywhere. And that'll be right at the 35-yard line of Bigfork as Braden Sawyer hits it off his right side of his foot and out of bounds pretty much immediately. So it'll be Bigfork Vikings football at the 35-yard line.
Vikings will take over at the 35-yard line.
And they got to exchange or get the football over to Anaconda. Bigfork will come out.
Yeah, we're not at that second level at all.
Levi in the slot over on the right side, on the right wing. Wallen under center. Gives it off to Wyatt Hurd. Hurd breaks a tackle out near the 42-yard line, brought down there by number 75 for Anaconda.
Tackle made by Robbins. And Rowdy Swankston. Gain of about 5 on the
It
play.
looks like Dale
Bring
needs
up 2nd and
somebody.
5 for the Vikings.
Swainston in on the tackle. Wallen under center. Hurd goes in motion. On the counter play to Taylor. Taylor right up the middle. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling down near the first down at about the 45-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. If it crosses the 45, that is a first down, and it certainly is as he hits it right at the 45 where they'll spot it. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes at their own 45 here with 4:24 to go to halftime. Wallen under center. Single step back is Ben. Levi Taylor in motion, left side. Taylor not nearly brought down. Breaks the tackle.
Nice play in the backfield.
And a pit full of Copperheads bring him down.
Gallagher,
Led there by number 72,
Coughlin.
Sean Gallagher for Anaconda. So 2nd and 12 as he loses a couple. And Wallen under center. Fakes it to Ben, throws it deep. Go, guys. Isaac Biordi wide open at the 45 of Anaconda, and he can't come up with it on the tight end out
I'll bring
route.
up 3rd and 12 for the Vikings.
A little drag route out to the outside and threw it just a little bit long for Biorgi. Otherwise, he had the first down and much more there on that play. It'll bring up 3rd and 12. Wallen will go under center. Fakes it to Wynn, throws the screen. Oh, nearly intercepted a lineman's dream.
Intercepted by number 72, Jace Coughlin. That'll bring up 4th
Coughlin in and out of his hands, a lineman's dream to intercept the pass, and can't quite come up with it as Wallen's pass was intended there for Cormac Ben on the screen. It'll bring up 4th down and 12 for Bigfork. And what is Coach going to do here? He's going to bring in Ferrier to punt for the Vikings. And a couple late players getting on.
Farrier back to punt for the Vikings. Nathan Blodnick back for the Copperheads.
Blodnett back. Nathan to receive for Anaconda. The snap. Ferrier with a nice punt. Up. Bounces it. Takes a Bigfork bounce. Inside the 35 and about the 33 as Bjorgi will cover it up. Give it to the official. And they'll spot it at the 33-yard line of Anaconda. With 3:06 to go at halftime. The Vikings up 10-0 on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. Vikings quite can't get the running game going tonight. He used some of those yards from last week. But their defense is stepping up when they need to. So Anaconda will come out 1st and 10 from their own 33, and they'll go shotgun formation. Running back.
Empty.
Then they'll go twins out to the right side. Tripp stacked on the left side, tight. And Golly in motion, tosses it out to 27. And Gilliard right there on the tackle by Bryce Gilliard as the toss to Robbins. And Gilliard meets him and takes it out to about the 37.
Gain of about 4 on the play.
4, 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6 for the Copperheads.
And Anaconda will hurry to the line. Again, shotgun formation. They'll put trips out to the left, twins to the right. Quarterback by himself. Golly in motion, fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right, looking to pass it.
Oh, there's a flag!
And Wyatt
Play there.
Hurd jumps up to block the pass and then comes down and takes Golly down, but he's going to get penalized for that tackle. And they called a face mask on him. I thought he got him by the shoulders. It more have been a horse collar, but anyway, it's a penalty against Bigfork.
Face mask
Yeah.
for the Vikings.
The face mask penalty. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Copperheads at their own 45-yard line. Wyatt Hurd got in, was rushing the quarterback, thought he was going to throw it, jumped up to block the pass or try to intercept it, and came down, just grabbed him at his shoulders and grabbed the face mask and took him down. Twins to the right. And throwing deep is Anaconda. And gets it over the top and run down.
Galley's pass complete.
Golly completes the pass out there. Brought down by Fisher.
To Braden Sawyer.
Sawyer on the reception. Takes it inside.
The 1st and goal, Copperheads.
The 5-yard line at the 4, and 1st and goal for Anaconda as Abney on the coverage. So Bigfork's defense going to have to step up here, and they'll go single receiver to the left. Shotgun formation, 2 running backs in the backfield. Hands it off to the second one, runs up the middle, brought down, and met after a gain of about 2.
Galley's ball carrier.
Nick Walker in on the tackle for Bigfork. Picked up 1
For the Copperheads.
and 2nd and goal from about the 3. Wind blowing pretty steady out here. Rain earlier and lightly coming down still. And they'll go single receiver out to the right side. Same shotgun formation, 2 running backs behind Golly. Throws it out to the right side. Brought down. And
Touchdown, Copperheads!
Pat Galley on the touchdown run for Anaconda. And on for the extra point try is number 27. Robbins attempt the PAT for Anaconda. And holding is Galley. Corey Galley. And they got to take a timeout before the extra point try. I'm not sure if they... I think they only had 10 men on the field, and that is it. They didn't have enough to try the extra point try. And they'll take a timeout. 10-6. Looks like 48 seconds to go here till halftime. And the Vikings leading 10-6 now on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. So Anaconda will go for the extra point try. Is 27. Tegan Robbins will try for Anaconda. Sets it down. Blocked by Bigfork. Right up the middle.
PAT was blocked.
There by
48 seconds left. Vikings 10.
Luke Benson, who came right up the middle like that safety. And 10-6, the Vikings lead just before halftime with 48 seconds to go on your Montana Athletic Cubs scoreboard. We'll be back with more the rest of the first half here from Anaconda as the Vikes lead 10-6. So welcome back to Anaconda, and the Copperheads score a touchdown and pull within 4 at 10-6. Bigfork will receive. Wyatt Hurt back deep, along with Cormac Ben and Jackson Abney on the return. And we'll check here
For the Vikings.
who will kick for Anaconda. Looks like number 27, Tegan Robbins, to kick off from their own 40 with 48 seconds to go. Coming up at halftime, I'll get you your halftime stats. We'll see. Here goes the kickoff. Kicks it deep. Right there. Bring it up is Abney. Abney breaks it out across almost to the 40. And hit really hard by Robbins, and out of bounds is Jackson Abney. But Abney gets across the 35, and we'll see where they spot. I think they're going to spot at the 37 of Bigfork and see what coach wants to do here. Near hash, 37-yard line. 39 seconds to go. And what will Coach Ben do?
Let's hear it, Copperhead.
They'll put single receiver out to the right side. Shotgun formation. Motion goes. Taylor rolling is Wallen. Wallen rolls out, crosses the 40, about the 42, and brought down. It will timeout called by Bigfork with 28 seconds to go.
That'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Vikings.
Second down and 5 for Bigfork as Wallen picks up 5 on the play. And timeout called by Bigfork with 28 seconds to go here from Anaconda, and leading by 4 here at halftime. Looks like the Vikings have come out a little flat today, especially after that game last week against Polson. And need to pick up the energy. I'm sure Coach will give them a talking at halftime. Fisher will go out, single receiver to the left side. Doubles or twins, on the right side, and Wallen shotgun formation by himself. Here's the snap. Wallen looking, throws it deep, and throws it over. I think he thought Ben was going to run the fade route, and Ben cut inside on a post and misses him. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. And 22 seconds to go as 6 seconds ran off the clock on that play. They'll line up with the same formation, come back right to the line of scrimmage. Wallen will go in shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the right side. Single receiver out left. Wing, Hurd goes in motion, fakes it to him. Wallen has nowhere to go. Escape artist, but met right there. by 72.
By Jace Coughlin.
Coughlin, and Wallen goes down. Brings up 4th down as he loses yardage back to the 38-yard line. And it'll bring up 4th down. And the clock runs out at halftime. On your UPS Store scoreboard, the Vikings lead 10-6 in a surprise here at halftime over the Anaconda Copperheads. And I'm sure the coach will have a few things to say to the team here at halftime. I'll be back with your halftime stats from Anaconda, Montana. Well, welcome back to Anaconda, Montana. Anaconda, Montana is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes of the Valley. Yeah, I'm not getting my scout update where I usually get all of my stat. Matt Spravecchio's not here tonight, so trying to get that. And then I did pass along, if those of you who are looking on the NFHS network, trying to get that, if they can, get that camera unstuck I'm not sure what they can do about that, but the word has been passed along for them to try to fix it. A little bit surprised at halftime as the Vikings lead only 10-6 against Anaconda. Anaconda hasn't played in 3 weeks. And then Bigfork, I think a little bit, talking to the coach, a little bit flat in pregame, especially after that game against Polson last week, that Class A school. So hopefully they come out. They received the second half kickoff here. Rain coming down lightly, a little bit slippery, but that should be good for the running game. Anaconda, that big pass play to Braden Sawyer, put him in position, and Pat Galley took it in for the touchdown. So still trying to get halftime stats. Looks like injury to Jackson Abbey. I'm not sure if he got hurt on that particular play, but he's being helped off the field. And I think he is done for the game here for Bigfork. And trying to get your stats. Not much rushing by the Vikings in the first half. You know, Ben did get that short touchdown run, and then the big pass, and then Pat Galley for Anaconda scoring the touchdown. Luke Benson, nice play on the safety, and 2-point conversion there by Ben as well. So 10-6 at halftime. And I'll see if I can get your halftime stats here. I'll be back with you here from Anaconda, Montana. Halftime as the Vikings lead 10-6 here in Anaconda on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Well, welcome back to Anaconda, Montana. Catching some of the stats, they're having issues on the sideline, but overall, Bigfork with 156 yards, 62 for Anaconda, 27 yards passing, 129 rushing. Taylor with 2 receptions for 27 yards. Sawyer has 4 catches for 54 yards for Anaconda, 6 of 12, 65 yards. -3 in the rushing, and we'll get all that. Big one, 34 yards in the first half by Levi Taylor. And other than that, no big long runs. So looks like Abney got hurt on one of those plays. Jackson taken off the field and hurt. And he will not be back for the second half here for Bigfork. But the Vikings get the ball to start the second half. And the biggest thing here, I would say, is the two turnovers in Anaconda territory gave Anaconda short fields to work with. One, they were able to stop them, push them back, and turnover on downs. The second one, not so easy. They're able to complete that long pass to Braden Sawyer from Corey Galley, the freshman, and then rush it in by Pat Galley for the touchdown. And 6-0 missed on the extra point as it was blocked by Luke Benson. So Ben with the rushing touchdown from about 2 yards out, then the 2-point conversion, and then for 8-0 lead here in the first quarter. And then Luke Benson, we pinned Anaconda back at their 5-yard line, able to get in on the safety and score the 2 points in 10-6 at half. Get ready for the second half kickoff here. So I'll be back here with the third quarter. All right, welcome back to Anaconda, Montana. It's James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikings and Vals. Looks like the rain's coming down a little bit harder the second half, and that'll make it tougher to throw. So we're going to run the ball. The Vikings will get the second half kickoff here in Anaconda, and the flag blowing pretty steadily out there as the rain is coming down, and Anaconda will kick off to the Vikes. Vikes heading left to right on your dial for the second half. And Anaconda will have to kick into the wind. Back deep to receive Ferrier, along with Wyatt Hurd and Isaac Epperly back deep.
All right, Copperhead fans. Tegan Robbins set to kick off for the
And
Copperheads.
kicking off is Tegan Robbins, number 27 for Anaconda. And looks like they might have to have somebody hold it for him. Kicks it off. Caught there by Isaac Bjorgi. Bjorgi right up the middle. Takes it across the 40 out there to 43 or 44-yard line. And the Vikings will start in good field position to start this second half. And they'll come out fired up, looking to have a better second half. They'll actually start at their own 44-yard line, and 1st and 10 for Bigfork. They'll come out in I formation, Wallen under center. Fisher will go out to the left side. On the wing is Ferrier for the Vikings. Gives it up. Ben met right in the backfield.
Ben taken back. Loss on the play.
And a loss as he's met immediately. 77 in on the tackle, Kelliger and Galley. And he'll lose a yard. 2nd down and 11 for Bigfork as the Copperheads are getting in on the Vikes. Ferrier, right wing. Walker Fisher out to the left side. Wallen under center. I formation. Hands it off Levi Taylor. Taylor takes it across the 45, out near the 47. So he picks up about, they'll mark it at the 46. No, check that, the 47.
Made by Braden Sawyer, Jace Coughlin.
So 3rd down and 7. Fisher goes out to the left.
3rd and 7 for the Vikings.
I formation. Wallen under center. Ferrier, right wing. Fakes the toss, gives it out to Ferrier. Ferrier across the 50. He's on the outside of the 40. 35 down to 30. He's on to the 20, 25. And down near the inside the 5-yard line is Ferrier on the counter play on 3rd down. And a nice run there by Ferrier. I want to say Matt, but it's not Matt. His older brother. But it's Joseph Ferrier, or Joe Ferrier, on the run. Takes it down to about the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Vikes. And they'll go I formation. Wallen under center for the Vikes. Tosses it out to Ben. Ben going to run it up the middle. Gets tackled inside the 5 at about the 4.
Tackle made by Robbins.
And Robbins in on the tackle along with Kelliger for Anaconda.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Picks up 1, 2nd and goal from the 4. They'll go I formation. Ferrier, right wing. Fisher out to the left side. Wallen under center for the Vikes. Gonna have off to Ben. Trying to get it going. Ben keeps struggling his legs. Gets in for the touchdown for the Vikings as Cormac Ben behind the offensive line punches it in up the left side for the touchdown for Bigfork. So a nice drive and a nice big run there by Ferrier, Joseph Ferrier, keying it, getting it down to the 5-yard line, and from there it was Cormac Ben taking it in for his 2nd touchdown, and the Vikings will go for the extra point try. 9:53 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And Wallen will go under center. Levi Taylor right side. Goes in motion. Wallen going to rolls it out, throws it on a nice screen pass. He's going to hit Bjorgi for the 2-point conversion on the rollout. And there's the flag on the play. They're going to call holding against the Vikings. And that'll cost them 5 yards. They'll have to try the extra point try again.
Vikings will have to redo the PAT.
So Taylor went in motion, fakes the hand off to him and off to Ben, and then rolls out. Does Wallen to the right side, hits Bjorgi, but no good on the holding call. That'll cost him 10 yards. Push him back to the 23 for the PAT try. Well, we're going to have to try for 2. I don't know if we have anybody to kick it that far. And Wallen will go under center. Hurd, left wing. Taylor, right wing. Ben behind, deep behind. Motion goes Hurd. Wallen will roll out. Throws it deep. Got a man in the end zone. And caught in the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. I believe that was the Isaac Bjorgi again. And they get the 2-point conversion the hard way as the Bjorgi catches both of them. This one in the back of the end zone. And 18-6 lead with 9:53 to go on your Harvest Foods of Bigfork scoreboard. On a nice rollout. This time Wallen rolls out to the left, pulls up, Throws it deep, and Bjorgi on the drag route in the back of the end zone catches it for the 2-point conversion. And looks like the Vikings have come out with a little more energy here in the second half. So ran 3 players, and then on third down hit Farrier, blasts it all the way down inside the 5. Then Cormac Ben takes it in for the touchdown, and then Wallen hits the 2-point conversion to Isaac Bjorgi.
Back to receive the kick for the Copperheads.
And kicking off, it'll be 81 for Bigfork. That's Colin Wade back deep. 27 Robbins. I believe 1 Blodnick to receive for Anaconda. Kicks it deep. Nearly gets overhead down near the 5-yard line. Full running and brought down there. Looks like Bryce Gilliard in on the tackle.
On the return for the Copperheads. Brings it out close to the 30-yard line.
For the Vikings. Right about the 30-yard line. They'll mark it at the 28 or 29. We'll call it the 29-yard line, I believe. Yep, and 1st and 10 for the Copperheads at their own 29. A little bit of better energy for Bigfork on that drive here in the second half. Copperheads will send out 2 receivers to the left side. 2 running backs on either side of Golly in the shotgun formation. Hands it off right up the middle. Those Golly.
Pat Galley, the ball carrier.
Pat Golly brought down there by
11 on the play and a first down Copperheads.
Walker Fisher along with Epperly at the 41-yard line. So picks up 12. 1st and 10 from their own 41. They'll send trips out. Check that. Doubles. 2 receivers on either side. Shotgun formation. And a setback behind the quarterback. In motion goes Blodnick. Fly sweep, tosses it. Right there is Wyatt Hurd. Gets out of it, in and out of his hands. And knocked out of bounds there by Levi Taylor. On the carry for Tegan Robbins. Looked like Wyatt Hurd had him for a loss. Couldn't wrap him up in the backfield. And Robbins gets away. And picks up about 4. And 2nd down and 6 from the 44-yard line of Anaconda. Single receiver far out right side. Shotgun formation. Going to toss it out. And met right there. Patrick Wallen from a safety spot comes up and meets Golly for a loss. Back to the 39-yard line.
Loss of about 6 on the play.
And it'll bring up 2nd down and 12. For Anaconda. Wallen reading that one perfectly, and check that as 3rd down and 12 for the Copperheads. They got to get out across the 50 down to the 49 at Bigfork for a 1st down, and they'll send 2 receivers out to the left side, single receiver right side, shotgun formation as Golly looks, hands off to his brother. Right there is Isaac Bjorgi and Gilliard, and then Cormac Ben helping out late. And loses about another yard on the play, and look back, bring about 4th and 13. Check that, 4th and 14 as they mark it back at the 37-yard line. And Epperly, along with Wyatt Hurd, back deep to receive the punt of Braden Sawyer for Anaconda.
Punt for the Copperheads.
Punts it deep. Epperly looking. And down by Anaconda inside the 35 at about the 33-yard line.
33-yard line.
And 1st and 10 for the Vikes. And they'll spot it, I believe at the 32 instead of the 33. Got to switch out the footballs. And they'll spot it at the 32. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bigfork at their own 32-yard line. I formation. Wallen will go under center. Fisher out to the left side for Bigfork. Hands off to Ben. Ben stutter steps. Takes it up the middle. Crosses the 35 out near the 38-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. And they'll spot it at the 37. A gain of 5 and 2nd down and 5 for the Vikes.
Warner, gain of 5 on the play.
From their own 37, 2nd and 5, I formation. Hands off. Ben looking. Run left side. He's going to get the outside. Turn the corner. Out across the 45-yard line. It'd be enough for a 1st down as he's
Like he has enough for a 1st down.
crosses the 45. And they're going to spot it at the 46-yard line. And that's enough for a Bigfork Viking 1st down. 1st and 10 from their own 46. And the rain coming down here in Anaconda. Wallen will go under center. Fisher, left side, single receiver. I formation. Ben behind Taylor. Gives it out to Taylor. Taylor right up the middle. He's at the 40, the 35. Fakes inside. He's down to the 35, down to the 20, down to 15, and brought down from behind by number 7 is Kyler DeWitt, and a nice run right up the middle by Levi Taylor.
By number 7, Tyler DeWitt.
And they'll spot it right at the 15. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes at the 15-yard line of Anaconda.
We do I Leo 36. We could get Luke pulling. Ethan's pretty slow. So.
I formation. Wallen will go under center. Fisher. Going to hand off to Ben. Ben left side looking to run it right up the left side. Takes it down inside the 15 down near the 10. And 77 in on the tackle along with 72. That's Coughlin and Kelliger for Anaconda. And quickly the line goes Bigfork. Fisher will go over to the right side. Farrier on the left wing. I formation. Wallen under center. Taylor and Ben behind. Gives it out to Ben. Ben right side. Going to run it right up the middle. In for the touchdown is Cormac Ben. As they take it in from about 12 yards out on the run by Cormac Ben. And a nice job blocking up front by the offensive line for the Vikings with 5:53 to go. And the Vikings up 24-6 on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. So the Vikings will go for 2. And Ben will be deep. No, they'll go I formation. And Wallen under center. Looking. Throws it pass right over the middle. Completes it. The tight end pass over to 42. Isaac Bjorgi. Back in the day when I did that, it was called 50 Spider. And nice pass there right over the middle. Complete to Bjorgi by Wallen. And the Vikings lead 26-6, so up by 20 with 5:53 to go on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. The winner of the 2020 Best of the Flathead is the #1 best painting contractor. Interior and exterior painting and staining, pressure washing, parking lot striping, property caretaking, Chip Gilliard, 1080 Swan Horseshoe Drive in Bigfork. 210-7794 or email them at chipgilliard@yahoo.com. We'll be back with more of the third quarter here from Anaconda, Montana. All right, welcome back, and get ready to kick off are the Vikings to kick off to Anaconda after scoring that touchdown. Once again, it'll be Wade, Colin Wade kicking off for Bigfork. And Tegan Robbins back deep, and I believe #1 as well. Last time, Nathan Blodnick back to receive for Anaconda. And here's the kick. He kicks it deep. This time it's going to go over to the right side to Robbins. Robbins brings it up and brought down across the 35.
Return for the
Number 50 in on the tackle for Bigfork. And that's Brandon Wenzel, a reserve offensive lineman for the Vikes. And they'll spot it, I believe, at the 43-yard line. Check that, 38-yard line of Anaconda. And 1st and 10 for the Copperheads at their own 38-yard line with 5:43 to go here in quarter number 3.
He's actually
Trips out to the right side. I formation is Wallen. Gives it up to his brother right there. Fumble on the ground, and Bigfork nearly came up with it out of the hands of Bjorgi, back into Anaconda hands.
Fumble on the play.
And a loss there.
Recovered by the Copperheads.
It looks like 75 on the recovery.
Recovered by Andy Savoy.
78 checked that Savoy on the recovery for Anaconda.
Second.
Right there, Bjorgi tried to pick it up. If he just jumps on it, it's Bigfork ball and comes out of his hands, and Savoy able to jump on it, but they lose about 4 all the way back inside the 35, about the 34, 2nd and 14 for Anaconda. They'll go doubles, 2 receivers each side. Shotgun formation is Golly. Pat Golly, his brother, right behind him in motion. Blodnick fakes it out, throws it on the screen. Right there is Bjorgi along with Ben to meet the screen toss to Pat Golly, and they'll lose inside the 30. They'll spot it about the 28-yard line.
I'll bring up third
3rd and 20 for Anaconda.
yeah, run that, Sam. Oh, okay.
Excuse me there. So 3rd and 20 for Anaconda from their own 28-yard line. 2 receivers on the left side, 1 receiver on the right side. Single setback next to the shotgun of Golly, going to roll out to the right. Looking to throw deep right there. Epperly throwing, covering Sawyer, and taking off is the quarterback, Golly. He gets out near the original line of scrimmage. He'll be short of
about 9 on the play.
the first down. I think he picks up
10 for the Copperheads.
10 and 4th down and 10 for Anaconda, and Sawyer will go back to punt for the Copperheads, and back to receive will be Wyatt Hurd and Isaac Epperly for the Vikings. So Sawyer waiting for the snap, gets the snap, punt, low, skipping punt off the left side, and it's going to roll down to Bigfork territory about the 42-yard line, and touchdown right there by number 27, Tegan Robbins. It'll be Vikings football to start here about the 42-yard line. And they'll spot it right at the 42 and 1st and 10 for the Vikes. A little slow first half for Bigfork, and playing a little bit better here in the second half, as Fisher will go out to the right side here on the near side. I formation, Wallen will go into center. Ferrier on the left wing, hands it off. Ben, he's going to be outside. He's at the 40. He's not going to catch him. It's 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, and a flag late, thrown right about the inside the 50-yard line as Ben breaks it to the outside, runs up the right sideline, and scores the touchdown for Bigfork. We'll have to see what the flag is going to be.
Penalty marker on the field.
And I'll have to get that from the white hat. There's a flag thrown late, but there was nobody around Ben as he raised up the right sideline. Personal foul is called against Anaconda, and they'll probably mark that off on the kickoff as the touchdown is good from the 42-yard line. So 58 yards on the carry by Cormac Ben up the right sideline, in for the touchdown, and they'll go for 2. The flag, a personal foul on Anaconda. That'll cost them 15 on the kickoff, and the Vikings will go for 2. Wallen under center. Ben back deep. Motion, it goes Hurd. Wallen looking to throw. Throws it underneath, incomplete as he tries to hit Bjorgi, but threw it a little bit low, and Bjorgi could not quite come up with it. So they missed their first 2-point conversion here. And 32-6 with 3:12 to go here in the third quarter on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Hey, get over to Montana Athletic Club. Lots of new things going on. Last year, put in to the MAC was the MISA Functional Training Area, 2,500 square feet of functional training area, featuring indoor turf, power racks, more free weights, suspension training, and a Quincy rig, and new cardio deck, jungle gym, daycare, new recovery room, updated locker rooms. A lot going on at the Montana Athletic Club. Doug and Mancy Malum. Actually, I talked to Doug on the way down here today and said, hey, I always got your back on sponsorship. Don't worry about it. And thank him for sponsoring Bigfork Vikings and Valkyrie Sports here, especially here on Friday night as the Vikings will now kick off from the 45-yard line of Anaconda due to that personal foul penalty on the run by Cormac Ben for the touchdown.
Can you let Levi know those runs are that he's blocking really, really well?
So Nathan Blodnick, along with Tegan Robbins, back deep to receive for Anaconda. And right here, I'm expecting Wade to kick it into the end zone, but we'll see. And certainly he does. You know, with 15 extra yards, kicks it back to the end of the goal line, and it'll be a touchback. It'll be Anaconda football at their 20 to start this next drive. And a nice kick there by Wade. And Wade is just a freshman, backup running back and linebacker, but can seem to boom the ball. We went through, due to injuries, a few kickers this year. And Collins, as a freshman, has stepped up really well. I felt bad for Tristan Hurd. Tristan Hurd had broke both collarbones in that one ball game against Florence and out for the year. So Anaconda will go on offense. They'll send two receivers out to the right side, shotgun formation. Running backs on either side of Galley. And looking to run it, hands it off. And brought down there. Ben meets him, but met Robbins on the carry, and carried in on the tackle. Along helping out was Cormac Ben for Bigfork, and they'll pick up 3. We'll call it 2nd down and 7 for Anaconda at their own 23-yard line. Again, Twins, 2 receivers out to the right side. Shotgun formation is Galley, and running back on either side. Robbins and Galley on either side. Hands it off quickly to Robbins. Robbins runs it and brought down by Wyatt Hurd. And they'll cross the 30. And a first down for Anaconda. And they'll spot it, I believe, right at the 30-yard line. Check that. They'll spot it at about 31. So 1st and 10 for Anaconda at their own 31 with 2:05 and counting here in quarter number 3. And they'll send a single receiver out to the left side. And shotgun formation as Galley hands it off to his brother. And caught from behind by Benson, I believe. Or check that. That was Isaac Bjorgi on the tackle. And no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Wind still blowing pretty good out here. And the rain's coming down steadily here in Anaconda. That was forecasted to happen all day. Lights are on. Friday night lights here in Anaconda, Montana. The Vikings and the Copperheads. And Anaconda. Tight formation. Shotgun formation will go Galley. Single setback next to him. He hands it up right up the middle. And brought down there. Trying to see who wrapped him up. That was Levi Taylor on the tackle.
Gain of about 5 on the play.
And takes it out near the 35-yard line. And call it 3rd and 6.
Coach, I think we could bring a Will through the C gap, have your D end go.
And they'll go
outside.
trips out to the right side. Single receiver to the left side. Right side is trip, twins. And single receiver out to the left. I formation. Shotgun goes Galley. Looking to throw. Pressure put on him. And throws it underneath. And incomplete. Pressure put on there by Luke Benson on Galley. Made him dump it off. And the pass is incomplete. Fourth and about along 5. We'll call it 6 yards. And Wyatt Hurd, Isaac Epperly go back to receive the punt as Braden Sawyer will drop back in punt formation for Anaconda. So 4th down. And I believe the Copperheads were looking to punt. And no, they're going to go for it here as they don't go in punt formation on this 4th down. So Galley shotgun formation. Single receiver, or running back right behind him. Looking to throw. Throws it out. Blocked. Knocked away on a nice play there by Isaac Bjorgi as Galley had a receiver, number 10. Tommy Sawyer is trying to complete to, and Bjorgi able to knock it down as he couldn't get to the quarterback, and it falls incomplete. And turnover on downs right at the 35-yard line of Anaconda. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes with 7 seconds to go here in quarter number 3, and they'll have time to get one play off as they lead 32-6 on your UPS Store of Bigfork scoreboard. Ben out to the right side. Single coverage. Shotgun formation. Wallen by himself. Fisher on the left side. Here's the snap. Wallen looking. He's going to throw it deep. He's got Ben in. Nice pass. In for the touchdown for the Vikings. Wallen hits Ben from 35 yards out for the touchdown. And they score as the 3rd quarter ends, but it'll be a no-time extra point try for the Vikes. A nice pass on the fade route to Cormac Ben, lining up out wide right, and Wallen does a nice job throwing it up, and Cormac Ben running underneath and taking it in from 35 yards out for the touchdown. So Wallen will go in shotgun formation. Wyatt Hurd on the fly sweep, trying to run it right side, met there by a few of Anaconda's players and short of the 2-point try. And in the 3rd quarter, on the UPS Store of Bigfork scoreboard, it's the Vikings 38 and the Anaconda Copperheads 6. UPS Store for all your printing and shipping needs, 439 Grand Avenue, Bigfork, Montana, 837-2002. Brad Stoddshill and the folks at the UPS Store, thank you for sponsoring Bigfork Vikings football. Friday Night Lights here from Anaconda. We'll be back with the 4th quarter momentarily from Anaconda, Montana. All right, welcome back. We're ready for the 4th quarter, and kicking off once again is Colin Wade, and back to receive again. It looks like 27, Tegan Robbins, and number 1, Nathan Blodnick for Anaconda. And Wade is doing a nice job kicking tonight for the Vikings. As the 4th quarter about to start here in Anaconda. Little squib kick, touched by Anaconda. That's a live ball, and covered up there by number 10, Tommy Sawyer, at about the 26-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Anaconda at their own 26.
Coach, you bringing pressure against the wind? Get a defensive score.
Still raining, so the officials hanging on to the football, trying to keep it as dry as possible. And Anaconda heading with the wind this time, so a little bit better, easier to throw. And they'll go twins out to the right side. Shotgun formation is Golly. Running backs on either side. He's going to hand it off. Running out the right side. And met there. Wyatt Hurd. And Golly, Pat Golly on the carry. Met there by Nick Walker and Wyatt Hurd. And he'll pick up a yard maybe. Out to the 27. We'll call it 2nd down and 9. For Anaconda. They'll go 2 receivers. Actually trips out to the near side. 2 receivers out to the left side. And shotgun formation is Guy looking to throw. Throws a screen over here. And pass complete to Sawyer. Knocked out of bounds there by Gilliard. Bryce Gilliard on the tackle. Gets it out across the 30. Out to the 31, and we'll call it 3rd down and 6. So 3rd and 6 for Anaconda at the 31-yard line. They'll send trips out to the left side. 2 receivers right side. Golly, shotgun formation, and looking to throw. He's going to throw it deep, and got Sawyer, who beat Ferrier. Ferrier tackles him in Bigfork territory inside the 35, and a nice sportsmanship there by Ferrier, helping up Braden Sawyer after the tackle all the way down to the 32-yard line of Bigfork, and a 1st and 10 for Anaconda. $9:13 to go, and Vikings up 38-6. Here on your Harvest Foods of Bigfork scoreboard. They'll send 2 receivers out to the right side on the near side here. Golly in shotgun formation, hands up to Robbins. Right there, brought down from behind is Robbins. And that's Luke Benson on the tackle. He'll pick up maybe 2. And we'll call it 2, 2nd down and 8. As the rain and wind continues here in Anaconda. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Anaconda at about the 30-yard line. And they'll go shotgun formation. Throws the screen out to Sawyer. Sawyer looking to cut back to the left side. Gets to the outside and brought down from behind by Wyatt Hurd is Sawyer as he tries to cut back across. And the D-end on that side stayed home and did his job. Made him cut it up inside. And he'll pick up a few. Pick up a 3, 3rd down and 5 now. As it looks like the wind has picked up out there. And the rain is falling sideways. So 3rd and 5. At about the 25, I believe. And they'll send trips out. Check that. Doubles. 2 receivers each side. Golly in shotgun formation. Single running back right behind him. Looking pass, throws it over the middle. And nearly picked off there by Cormac Ben. Pass intended for Robbins, and right there was Cormac Ben. Looked like he was going to pick that one off and would have been off to the races. But I'll bring up 4th down and 5 from the 25. 6:50 and counting, or 6:50, excuse me, and counting here in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation. Looking to throw it deep over the middle. Throws it deep and over the head. As looks like intended for Sawyer.
Valley's pass just falls incomplete.
And
Intended for Braden
Sawyer couldn't quite come up with it off his fingertips around the goal line and falls incomplete.
That is 6:05.
And turnover on downs. Vikings will have the football. They'll go Wallen under center. Ben back deep. And wings on either side. In motion goes Levi Taylor handing off. And met there on the counter is Wyatt Hurd. In the backfield. Drop back.
Gallagher.
And Galley in on the tackle. A loss of about 3.
On the play. I'll bring up 2nd and 13 for the Vikings.
Either 2nd and 13 or 2nd and 14 for Bigfork. And they'll come out in that same formation. Taylor on one side, Wyatt Hurd on the other side. Wyatt Hurd goes in motion, hands out to Ben. Ben's going to go right side. He's going to be at the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20. 10, 5, touchdown. No flags.
Long touchdown.
As Ben right up the middle breaks it out and runs all the way inside. Probably a 74-yard touchdown run. I think it was at the 26 or 27. And takes it in for the touchdown. Once he got behind the safety, there was nobody that's going to catch him. And Cormac Ben with the touchdown for the Vikings.
Yes, sir.
And on for the 2-point conversion. Wallen will go under center. Hurd and Taylor on the wings on either side. Ben behind Wallen under center for Bigfork. In motion goes Levi Taylor. Rolling out. Throws it deep in the back of the end zone and complete for the 2-point conversion. And that was to Bryce Gilliard, I believe. No, check that. That was the tight end, Isaac Bjorgi. On the 2-point conversion, 46-6. The Vikings lead with 3:43 to go here in the ball game. Well, your Montana Athletic scoreboard is 46-6, 3:43 to go, and the Vikings will kick off here to Anaconda. Nice run by Cormac Ben. And Wade will do the kicking for Bigfork. And back deep is Robbins along with Blodnick to receive for Anaconda.
Robbins and Nathan Blodnick back to receive the kick for the Copperheads.
Squib kick, right up the middle, grabbed by Anaconda and taken down right at the 30-yard line. I believe that's number 18.
Kick recovered by number 18, Riley Kriskovich.
Got to find him on this sheet.
Take over on the 30-yard line.
There it is. Riley Kriskovich on the recovery. So 1st and 10 for Anaconda at their own 30-yard line. 3:15 and counting. And the clock will continue to run. Shotgun formation. Look, hands it off to Pat Galley. Out left side. Epperly's going to grab him and take him out of bounds. Holds him up.
Ball carrier. Gain of about 13 on the play and a first down, Copperheads.
He'll take it across the 40, out near the 43-yard line. And 13 yards on the carry by Pat Galley. It'll be 1st and 10 for Anaconda. 2:40 and counting left to go in the ball game. And some of the younger players for Bigfork get an opportunity to get out there and play tonight. We'll get Coach Ben up here post game. Promise to get the O-line. Toss on the sweep. Robbins and tripped up there. Robbins is tripped up there by number 26, Ryder Nolan. And he'll lose a couple on the play. And we'll see where they spot. They're going to spot at the 39-yard line. And loss of about 5. We'll call it 2nd and 15. As actually they're going to spot it at the about the 38 of Anaconda. And 1:52 and counting. Shotgun formation, trips on the near side. Snap. Toss out to Sawyer on the screen. And grab from behind, 51 and 50 for Bigfork. In on the tackle for the Vikings in the ball game is Brandon Wenzel along with Jordan Betts. Betts did a nice job when Isaac Bjorgi was out playing DN for the Vikings. And Bjorgi's back, so Betts in there now playing on the defensive line. Jackson Nelson also in the ball game for Bigfork. Number 17, Malachi Comley, did a nice job last week as well. Anaconda will go shotgun formation, trips on the left side, 2 receivers on the right side. Under a minute to go. Throws it deep, and Sawyer nearly tips it up, nearly comes up with it on the coverage. Is Nolan, and Sawyer cannot come up with it. Incomplete, be 4th down and 15 as the clock is under 30 seconds here to go in this ball game. And will Anaconda even run another play? Galley gets a play from the sideline, runs it in. Looks like they'll run one more. And they'll go trips out to the left side. 2 receivers on the right side. Shotgun formation. Last play of the game. This clock winds down. Throws it deep. Jackson Nelson picks it off at the 40. Just needs to go down, take a knee right there. Nelson with the interception at the end of the ball game. And touchdown there by number 78, Andy Savoy. And he gently took him down. That was nice sportsmanship there. The end of the ball game. Shaking hands here, and your final 46-6. The Vikings win by 40, go to 6-2 on the season. And on your Gilliard painting of Bigfork scoreboard, we look to get Coach Ben and the offensive lineup here in the postgame show. He told me he'd bring them up tonight. We'll see if we can get them all in here and talk to them. I'll be back with your post-game stats if I can get those on the scout report, if that's working. But your Vikings win 46-6. That sets up a showdown next week as the Vikings next Friday night will go to Eureka to take on the Lions. And that'll be a playing for second place and the second seed into the playoffs, as the Vikings have wrapped up a playoff spot. If they beat Eureka next week, they'll get number 2 seed. If not, they'll get the number 3 seed. And number 2 means you're home. Number 3, you travel. I'll be back from Anaconda, Montana with your post-game show. Here from Anaconda, 46-6. The Vikings win this one on the road. Well, welcome back to Anaconda, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikings. The Val's final 46-6 as the Vikings take care of business tonight. Got out to a slow first half, 10-6 at half, and then the Vikings really opened it up in the second half. Trying to get your stats and see if Coach Ben and the offensive line is going to come up here to talk to me. He told me he'd bring him up, and I'll wait just a little bit so we can talk to that old line here on the radio if you want to stick around and listen to the post game. Don't have any stats. The scout that usually gives me the information, they're having troubles down on the field. But I'll tell you that the Vikings ran for a lot of yards in the second half, and we'll have those. You'll see that in the paper tomorrow. Looks like hopefully Coach Ben will come up and bring the O-line with him. And hopefully they're on their way up to talk to me. And we'll be back here from Anaconda, Montana. See if we can get that O-line up here. I'll be back most of the post game here and let you know if I can get the coach and the O-line up here. So stick around. Well, sorry, folks. I don't look like they got the message. I don't think maybe after that first half they didn't want to talk to me on the radio or didn't head it back to the bus to head it back to the locker room and change. So sorry about that. Your final 46-6. The Vikings move to 6-2 on the season and take on the Eureka Lions. We'll have all that action for you next weekend. Next Friday night, BFSD events here on YouTube. I'll be right up there at the game, calling the game for you. Once again, a final from Anaconda, Montana. It's the Bigfork Vikings 46, the Anaconda Copperheads 6. And this is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes, the Vals. Thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you have a great night. Please, out there, drive home safely. It's raining here pretty good. Be headed down the road. Hopefully don't run into no snow. Once again, the final 46-6. Thank you and good night from Anaconda, Montana.